Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm finally sharing my race tune for the M60, and this one fixes the two most frustrating problems with the car: oversteer and understeer. If you've ever driven the M60, you know exactly what I mean. Sometimes it feels way too loose, and other times it just refuses to turn. By the end of this video, you'll see how this tune transforms the M60 into something you can finally trust on the track. Don't skip, because if you leave halfway, you'll miss the tiny tweaks that actually make the biggest difference. I'm using Racing Plus tires, but you can use racing tires as well. Now let's check the engine setup. I've upgraded the ECU so the power comes out smooth without sudden spikes. The intake is tuned for quicker throttle response. The car reacts instantly. The fuel system is set to support the extra power consistently. The exhaust gives better mid-range pull and also makes it sound cleaner. Now gearing. First and second gears are shorter, explosive off the line. Fifth and sixth longer, smoother on the straights, no limiter problems. Stick with me here. When we race, you'll see how this gearing lets me overtake cleanly. Now, on the weight settings, I balanced it so the car doesn't dive too much in the front or feel too light at the back. This adjustment alone fixes most of the oversteer and understeer issues. Suspension settings. Front slightly lower than the rear. It makes the car dive into corners faster without feeling unstable. Front springs stiffer, rear a bit softer. That balance keeps grip while still giving you control. Anti-roll bars, front tighter, rear softer. This way the car doesn't roll too much and the rear stays planted. Front camber set negative, more grip mid-corner. Rear camber moderate, enough traction on acceleration. Dampers are tuned to stop the car from bouncing when braking or accelerating. For the tires, I'm running a 345mm width in the front and 325mm in the rear, with a 15 profile and 22-inch rims on both sides. Grip is set to 1.08 front and rear, which gives a really balanced hold on the track. The wheel offset is 13 cm for both front and back. This pushes the tires out just enough to give stability at high speed without making the car twitchy in corners. Overall, this setup makes the M60 feel planted, predictable, and smooth through turns while keeping acceleration sharp. Stick with me here. When we race, you'll see how this gearing lets me overtake cleanly. Clean start, gearing pulls instantly. Watch this first corner closely. Normally the M60 would understeer wide, but now it just sticks. Smooth entry, controlled exit. When other cars bump into me, the heavier setup absorbs it. Instead of spinning, I stay balanced. That's the confidence you want in tight races. Sharp left coming up. No oversteer, no chaos, just a clean line. And notice on the straights, the longer gears keep pulling, no limiter drama. Perfect for sprint and club races. Now another corner. I push harder this time, and instead of sliding out, the car snaps back and holds. That's the kind of reliability that wins races. If you're still here watching, it means you're finding value. So please like, share, and subscribe. It costs nothing, but it tells YouTube to push this video to more people, and that keeps the channel alive. What do you think of this gameplay? Would you actually use this tune? Drop a comment below. And while you're there, reply to each other too. If you've got your own tricks for the M60, share them. This way, we all grow together. All right, tune tested, race done. But don't scroll yet. This is where most viewers leave, and that's the mistake. Because if you actually want to get ahead in CarX Street, the real value comes from stacking these videos. First, if you struggle with money or upgrades, watch my video on how to make money quickly in CarX Street. It shows methods players overlook completely, and it'll save you weeks of grinding. Second, if you want to finish the street pass faster, don't miss my guide on completing it quickly. It's basically free rewards once you know the tricks. I'm thinking of uploading a video on how I earned gold and silver from the street pass worth of money for free. So, if you want the video, tell me in the comments. Otherwise, I'll just pass the thought. And third, if you're tired of losing to AI after the update, watch how to win every single race. These are the exact tricks I use every day. Honestly, once you know them, it almost feels unfair. Links are in the description and the pinned comment. Watch them right after this, because if you don't, someone else will, and they'll be winning races and finishing passes, while you're still stuck. Only 5 to 10% of viewers ever like or comment, but the ones who do, they're the people this community remembers. So be in that group. Hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe. It's free, but it changes everything for the channel. And this is just the beginning. More tunes, more races, more tricks are coming. See you in the next one.